If you're focused on evil, you look pretty evil. Hey guys, it's I, John, out here on the back deck enjoying a lovely mug of coffee. Currently 66 degrees. The sun has not peeked over the front of my house yet, so I just have a beautiful lighting out here on the back deck. I wanted to hop on and talk about this quote by Yogananda, which I think is uh, apropos for the times that we're living in. If you permit your thoughts to dwell on evil, you yourself become ugly. Look only for the good in everything, so you absorb the quality of beauty. In these political times, the vitriol, the anger that we are seeing between the parties and the people who are falling in line behind those parties, it's ugly. And people get mad and they get furrowed brows and they look in judgment and anger at each other, and they're focused on evil. They're focused on something being bad in the world, and they're focused on fighting that evil, and they're focused on that being that vicious attack dog against that evil, and they themselves have become that evil. They themselves have become the vicious attack dog. They themselves have become the idea of needing to fight evil. Mother Teresa said, have a pro-peace rally when asked to come to an anti-war rally, and she declined. So she said, have a pro-peace rally, I'll come. It comes back to the idea that you focused on the positive rather than the negative. The Bhagavad Gita says, thought by thought we forge our destiny. Therefore, to keep your mind on the positive rather than the negative is considered the austerity of the mind. It's about us staying in that positive. The thing is about the people are attracted to positive in the world. If you're the positive person, people are more attracted to you because you are the one who's being positive. Negativity only breeds disruption and arguments and fights and repelling people away from you. You become much more attractive when you are the one who is loving and caring and positive. The people who want to fight against those people are the ones who want to look for evil in the world, and they're focused on the evil in the world. So they see evil in the world. And so they create evil in the world by fighting against evil in the world. Whatever you fight against, you're actually creating more of. You're empowering the evil. And let me just say this about evil. Evil's just a word. It's not some supernatural power that's fighting against us that we have to battle against. That's medieval ideology created to create the churches into something greater. There is no battle against good and evil. Evil is just bad things happening out of fear-based expressions. People are fearful, so they do things that are deemed as evil. The reason why the people nowadays in the political structure we're in right now are so quote unquote evil is because they're succumbing to the fear-based tactics of the people who are running for office. They're claiming people are communists when they're not. They're claiming people are pedophiles when they're not. They're claiming people have slept their way to the top. Right? These are the ugly slanders that Socrates talked about. When the debate is lost, slander becomes the tool of the loser. Because the ones who are being ugly are the ones who are focusing on ugly, focusing on evil, focusing on spreading the evil as their storyline, their fear-based storyline, to scare people into their belief systems. Focus on love, focus on joy, focus on helping your fellow man. Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, that you do unto me. When you look at it from the perspective of, am I the ugly person because I am spreading anger, fear, and vitriol? Or am I the lovely person who says, I'm so sorry that you're in fear. How can I help you? How can I alleviate your fears? And I had a lovely conversation yesterday or the day before yesterday in one of my private sessions with a woman who was terrified of where our country was going. And it was very quick to discover that the only reason she was terrified about where our country is going is because she was listening to one side's fear-based lies. because when I started laying out the actual statistics and the actual documentation and the actual information that comes from the real sources, and I say real sources, I mean like the studies of both of their backgrounds, and I started just showing her things, and I said, look, they're both wanting to be in the office. It doesn't matter which one gets in the office, but they're both want to be in the office. Now you can go into to the one who's spreading fear and lies and anger, or you can go into the one who is saying, "I want to help you." The people that look for conspiracy, the people that look for um, evil intent, they get mad, they get angry. Mad is not attractive. Mad is ugly. They get vitriolic, ugly. They get sarcastic, ugly. They get negative, and that's ugly. Negative people tend to push people away, not gather them together. Negative people will eventually become known as the negative person because they've become ugly. People say, "Oh my God, here's that person comes again. I don't want to deal with that or negativity today." Right? The negative person, the person focused on evil, the focused on being a victim of life, they become the ugly person because they're not taking responsibility for making their life joyful, making their life loving. They've chosen to focus on the evils of the world rather than creating the positives of the world. And what Yogananda talked about was the idea of being in that positive state, choosing that positive state, living in that positive state, and letting evil fade away because evil is just fear. And when you release your fears and your anxieties and you come back to this moment, you are literally creating joy, creating love, creating something that's not evil. And you become more attractive, you become more beautiful in the world because you are the one that's shining bright. Evil, negativity, that's all darkness. That's all foggy mires of struggle and strife. And those foggy mires of struggle and strife are simply a choice. You can let that go in the here and now. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.